Mars is a very, very nice place. I have the feeling. No oxygen, but in these rocks there's iron, and I think I saw nickel in the close vicinity, so we will be able to at least keep our head over water for a bit of the time. Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. We are in the Wednesday episode, and today we want to start our mobile base on the planet here. I went for a relatively flat landing spot so that we have a good way to go on with a wheeled vehicle to be able to roll over the hills with a bit more ease than if we would have done it over there. Because, over there, steep hills and all that stuff. Here we are relatively close to the poles. We can so we can also go there, grab ice for everything. And now we should get into building. I have no plan for now. What I want to set up is a small base so we can... Not a small base... a small chassis to build our vehicle from. At the moment, I don't have any size parameters, so we basically start the first. It's I'm thinking about Planet Nomads now. That's another game that's at the moment in closed alpha or something like that. That is a lot like Space Engineers. It has similar elements, let's say it that way. And they have a vehicle build system where you put down a jack, so something like a lifty thing that holds the thing up. And I want to build something similar like that for now, so I can start building that thing. Good. We should start with a landing gear. I hope that I at least have some materials on me to start the first blocks. So we need the blocks. We need a landing gear. We will just go with a big one, and we start with a big one. Oh, that's not good. It should... Maybe if I put it down that way then... Because if I put it that down, will it be a base then? We will see. We will test that out. And then I need the repair beacon, because that's how we start this. Good. First place the landing gear to have something to build up on. And now a block on top. If I place a block here, it just goes down. So maybe I should just go that way instead of the landing gear, it seems. Or is the landing gear automatically fixed now? That could be true. Let me get out of third person mode, and we will see. Maybe it is automatically fixed. I will try to build the repair beacon down here. I hope I'm close enough to the egg. Good. Now this should start building. A panel would be nice. And then... Okay, then we can set everything up to be... No, me. Yes. Good. Okay, what I want to do now is... I want to have, in the middle of the vehicle that I'm building, I want to have the ability to basically prop it up from the ground. So I can build around it and don't have to fight against the ground or something like that when I'm building with it. It should... Oh, I should turn on the nanite factory. I turned it off because it was pulling stuff in and all that stuff, and I don't need that at the moment. Nanite control factory. So I want to have a way to prop the vehicle up so that we can raise it from the ground if needed, so we can work around it. That's the first thing I want to build now. So that's what we will try to achieve now. Just a few blocks up to be able to work around it, and then a few still a few blocks, because I think I will try to have some pistons, I would say. So some pistons. These will be basically the base for the system that holds up the whole ship, or the whole mobile base. One of the other guys I'm watching calls his mobile base Land Whale. That's Havoc LP. If you want, take a look at his stuff. He's doing awesome stuff there as well. And don't know, maybe you want to look into his series, and then if you do, you subscribe with him or something like that, then maybe remind him who sent you. That would be neat. I normally don't do that, but here I think it's a good thing to do. So okay, I want to group these up and then maybe just drop them so that we can remove the rest of this stuff now, and then I could see if that is already enough to keep something up. From here we can do a lot of work. The mobile base shouldn't be too wide, I think. Maybe a bit longer. And I need to... I always have the idea to build something neat with the wheels. And that's one thing I want to test, if we can do extra suspension or something like that. Maybe that's possible to add some rotors to the wheels to maybe get some movement in there. I'm not sure. We will see if that works out. If the rotors can spin basically freely without without me interacting with them. So that let if they act as a suspension, why is nothing happening there? Do I not have the necessary materials? The assemblers are set up to work with the nanites. So this okay. The nanites need to be told to work with them. So okay. Some landing gears on the bottom of these should work out too. These I will... Oh, No, I will turn these around just for now. And that way, I think. Yes. Good, that's right. So we can maybe later disconnect this one, extend the pistons, and have some, basically a jack to raise up the whole vehicle and get it I shouldn't fly all the time. My hydrogen is relatively limited. I should have still enough ice to be able to at least still fly for a few rounds. But otherwise I need to make a staircase. I'm missing that now. That's one thing I'm missing out, a staircase to somewhere up there where I can get to the oxygen generators. Okay, now the nanites are flying. That's a good thing. Okay, I will wait a few moments until this is done and maybe the landing gear is done so I can see if it is fixed to something. It shouldn't. It should just be fixed to the ground. Or does it count as ship? No. Yeah, it counts as ship, so this should be right. Let me wait a moment to see if we get this finished here. So I cut that thing loose. I had to weld this stuff by hand because the nanites wouldn't weld it. That worked out. So we have this anchored to the ground now. That's a good thing. We can remove this whole thing and then go and maybe let it go up a bit, that thing, and then we can work around it. I want to see basically how far I can go up with this jack, and then maybe make it in a way where we can drive the whole vehicle really up far. That would be a neat thing, because then we don't have to fear that we can't reach anything, basically. So this is the control panel. I can remove that and now remove the landing gear. Good thing. Okay. I want to have it in a way where I can bring the whole thing a bit higher than the wheels themselves. So we can use that to anchor it to the ground and hopefully don't have weird issues like that thing flipping over on itself. We also have a stable work platform, so we can raise that thing up, have it anchored somewhere, the whole thing doesn't move at all, and then we can weld around it and have basically a steady or a straight work platform. So if we stay at one place for a longer time, we can raise that thing up and don't have to rely on the wheels themselves for that. That's a good thing. So I bring that thing up now. I hope this doesn't break anything now. I will group these as piston, save, mark everything, set everything back to me, and then we raise it up, I would say. Okay, we go up with it. I hope there's no stress on the structure itself. Oh. This goes up a lot higher than I thought. So maybe we can go with half that. So what we are now on basically will be the bottom of the mobile base, or the lowest level deck. We will see how that works out. I think we don't need to rise it up this high, or nah, we can go a bit shorter. So minimal distance 0, and we reverse that again. Maximum distance 10 meters. Let us go to half of that, I would say 5 meters. The It would be nice to have a real good distance between the bottom of the base and the wheels. I don't know how this is called in English. How's it called? The distance between the bottom of the wheel and the bottom of the car or something like that. So it would be nice to have a high amount of that. That would be good, just for the reasons that we need if we go over mountains and all that stuff. So we don't scrape the bottom of the bottom of the base somewhere on rocks or something like that. We will have to see. And otherwise, if there's a problem with it, we always can raise it higher up. So I want to have this group and then have reverse on it so we can raise it up and lower it from this cockpit. I think that's enough for us. Okay, good. I can go a bit wider now. I think we are 5 now. If we add 2 more blocks to the sides, we get a vehicle that's 9 blocks wide. The nanite factory, if we want to have one, is, I think, oh, it's 3 blocks wide. That's a good thing. What is with the mining beam? How wide is that thing? Because in the end, I want to also have a mining beam on here. Beam. How wide is that thing? 3 wide? 2? It's also 3 wide. That's a good thing. Then I think with a width of 9 for the decks, we are good. And one thing I need to take a look is how much this jack can lift up. If it can lift the whole vehicle without breaking in the end, or if I need to add more in the end. That could also be a thing, that I need to add more of these piston jacks in the end. That might happen. We will have to see. Good people, that's a good start for this thing. I can work around it now and can do some work in the meantime. Maybe can make some tests with a moving wheelbase. That would be neat. It would be neat if the rotors could be basically unlocked. I can't use the wheels behind rotors, so that wouldn't work. I could use thrusters to move that thing. Could also be nice. I will make some tests and see how this work out. If I'm able to achieve basically a ship that can just, yeah, I want a better suspension than the suspension the normal wheels have, and I want to see if I can achieve something like that with rotors or so. And if I need to use thrusters then to move it, it is not possible because I can't steer it with wheels behind rotors. So I think this plan is, this plan is done for. I will go for normal wheels, set them up a bit higher so we have freedom at the bottom of the vehicle. We will see. Good people, I think that's all for today. I hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like, and I hope to see you on Friday. Then I hope I can present you at least a bit more of a chassis for this mobile base. Good. See you on Friday. See you guys.